Welcome to That's Based. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days, brought to you by Outlaw Streamers and our friends at Live 365 on Chris Baker Radio, along with our sponsors, Tactillion. It is officially Christmas season. Thanksgiving is over. You can put the lights in the tree up now, which means you can start putting gifts under that tree. Tactillion.com, Tactillian.com. With the promo code BASED, you're going to save 15% off your order on gifts for the Patriot in your life. Now's the time to go spend that money, ladies and gentlemen, because a portion of the proceeds also goes to help build homes for wounded veterans when you use the promo code BASED at the checkout. You're also going to save 15% off your order at the checkout. They have patriotic apparel for you. They've got home and office decor. They've got accessories for your vehicle, even something for your dog. Go to Tactillian.com, Tactillian.com. With the promo code BASED, you're going to save 15% off your order at the checkout. One more time, Tactillian.com. With the promo code BASED, you are going to save 15, not 6, 7. 15% off your order at the checkout. Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy, is back. And then she's going to be gone again on Saturday. But she's back for this show. And it's time for Unsolicited Advice, where she scoured the internet trying to find some folks that need a little bit of help, but they don't need that help from us. They're certainly not asking for it from a douchebag like me. Therefore, the Unsolicited name, or part of the name of the segment. Well, what's going on with these folks this week? Any teasers here?
We've got no, you'll see.
Okay.
I never know how to describe it. You'll see.
Okay. All right, we'll go to the first one here. Is there one I should start with?
Nah. There is a guy with a gambling addiction.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
No, not a woman. It's not my, can't say it, or I could actually get sued if I make the joke on the podcast, so I'm not going to do that. Am I the asshole for not giving individual Christmas gifts to my sister's friends? Throwaway. It's always good when people have to create an anonymous account on an anonymous app to hide what they've done. To start off, my sister and I are not close. Nothing happened. I don't think she's a terrible person. We're just two very different people, and we live very separate lives. We text each other on birthdays and call each other once around the holidays, and that's it. We live thousands of miles away from each other, and it's been 8 years since I've seen her and her family in person. This isn't even your sister at this point. This is like a distant cousin that maybe is part of your family. I don't have kids. While my sister has always dreamed of a huge family, and she got her wish, between her and her husband, they have 9 kids between the ages of 2 and 16. After her and her husband got married and the head count reached 4, I decided to just start getting something for all the kids to share on Christmas. Some years it's been something for all of them to do. Some years it's been something like a gaming system. I figured it was probably nicer to get one expensive gift that they probably wouldn't have gotten rather than 9 cheaper ones. My sister's never said anything about it, although I don't know how she really feels about this. A week back, I got a surprise call from my sister. She said money was super tight this year and was wondering if I could get all the kids something they can unwrap individually instead of one big thing. I asked her to send me their Christmas list to see what that would look like. Now, is there an iPhone 17 on there? Or what's the new iPhone? I don't even know what it is. Is it the 17?
It's the 17.
It's the 17. A kid gave us a Christmas list, and an iPhone 17 was on it. I'm supposed to get this kid that's in... Did you have... No, we didn't have smartphones in middle school. I didn't even have them until the end of high school. They weren't a thing. A nicer phone. It's like a 4 generations newer than the one I have. I'm supposed to get for this kid. Speaking of which, I think mine might finally be on its last leg. It might be time to shell up. So it says most of the kids asked for really expensive electronic items, well over $100. Holy shit. You're talking $1,000 for family Christmas for one gift a kid. What? Oh my God. If I got everyone something from their list, that would come to well over $1,000. I haven't even met some of the kids, and I'm not even part of the religion. Oh, shut up. A religion that celebrates Christmas. So I thought that was a ton of cash to drop. Shut up. You weren't, but you've gotten presents every other year. Why does it matter? Don't you love how these fucking neck-bearded retard atheists can't help but drop in, I don't celebrate Christmas, but you take the gifts, don't you? You got no problem participating in the gifts and the Christmas parties and all that bullshit. I don't ever want to see your fat fucking ass eat another Hostess Christmas or Little Debbie Christmas tree cake again. Do you understand me? If I don't celebrate Christmas. Bullshit. I called my sister back and said, hey, I appreciate that money is tight because, hello, it is. She's raising the next lineup for the Braves. Not that I said that. But I said, I'm just not in a position myself to spend over $1,000 on Christmas gifts. She got upset and said she just wanted to give the kids all something to open. I said I understood, but unless she was willing to let me know some cheaper options, I wasn't able to spend that much. We went back and forth for a while before she snapped, called me a jerk, and hung up. We haven't spoken since. Well, it sounds like that's not out of the ordinary because you never see her or talk to her. I appreciate the position she's in. I can't justify spending that much on Christmas presents. Am I the asshole? No. Yeah, 9 kids is ridiculous. Listen, what was I talking about when we were talking about the welfare? Just be grateful you're getting anything. But what's the old saying? Beggars can't be choosers. The sister in this situation is the beggar. She's calling, I'm assuming this is a man based on the way it's, but she's calling her brother up, sibling, whatever, and saying, hey, I can't afford Christmas presents, which is fine. Shit happens. We've all been there. Calling the brother up saying, I can't afford Christmas presents. The sibling is nice enough to go, you know what? I'll cover it this year for you. I don't want your kids to go without Christmas presents. And this woman has the audacity to be nitpicky. How about this? Instead of telling your sibling to spend more money, how about you tell your children to lower their expectations? Hey, sorry, we're in a recession. Santa had to make some cuts this year, okay? Mrs. Claus has got the OnlyFans. That's how tough money is up in the North Pole right now. She's out selling feet pictures on OnlyFans. Mrs. Claus is. You know, they got the elves running black ops operations for the Mossad in the Middle East. Times are tough for everybody right now. Santa's no exception. He's made some cutbacks. Guess what? The gravy train ain't gonna be as sweet this year. Sorry. That's what I would say. You know what I would do if I was too broke to buy my kids Christmas presents? I'd be like, hey, kids, we're converting to Judaism this year. That's what I would say. No Christmas presents. We're Orthodox Jews until December 26th, okay? Oh, my God. By the way, we are doing a fundraiser at our show December 13th, this next Saturday at Beach House Bar and Grill. It's going to start at 9 p.m. It's $10 cash at the door. I will be donating all of my money once again to buy presents for the kids up in Macy on the Omaha reservation. If you can't make it, you can Venmo Mia. Tell them where to pay you. Where do they send the money?
Venmo.
What is the Venmo account?
That's a good question. 1 second.
Oh, my God. She doesn't even know. I know my own Venmo account because I'm constantly hounding people when they owe me money. So I've got it memorized.
How do I find my Venmo?
Oh, for the love of God.
Okay, I found it.
Okay.
It's Mia Schroeder. MIASCHROEDER.
Yep. Even if you got $10, that goes along. Does $10 buy a lot nowadays? Will that buy anything? Even if it doesn't, it'll count towards something.
Buys a McDonald's meal.
It does buy a McDonald's meal. Does it? I feel like it doesn't. I feel like McDonald's is like 11 or 12 anymore. I don't know. Big old scam. Just go out to, if you're going to go out to eat, why would you go to fast food at this point? Unless you have like literally a time crunch, why wouldn't you just go sit down and eat? It's gonna cost what, $5 more and it tastes better? Or how about this? Cook at home. There's always that option too. She's shaking her head over there. Am I the asshole for taking my daughter out for a nice dinner and leaving everyone else to fend for themselves? My daughter, 16 female, and I, 43 female, love eating at authentic Asian restaurants. How much do you want to bet authentic Asian restaurants is like Panda Express to these people? We had to pick my son, 12, up at a Korean barbecue. This family is really Asian-centric here. At a Korean barbecue about 40 minutes from our house. Korean barbecue is fucking fire, though. It was a party. It was at a party with another family. It suggested to my husband, 44 male, of 25 years, that he and the other 2 kids can have whatever they wanted for dinner, and my daughter and I would get Korean barbecue at this restaurant. He said no, we should all go as a family. I reminded him that he and the other kids aren't big fans of Korean barbecue, and it would be cheaper to eat separately. He insisted on everyone going. When we get to the restaurant, he sees the menu, complains he doesn't know what to order, and complains about the price. The other kids followed suit. The kids did not complain about the price. Shut up. I suggested they go eat in another restaurant in the plaza. My daughter and I will get the Korean food. It smelled so amazing, by the way. Thanks for adding that in. We waited 20 minutes for a table, and he continued to make comments about the price, even told me, you better not order anything fancy. That was the last straw. I got up and went to the van. Everyone followed. I said I was taking everyone home, and my daughter and I would go on our own to a local Korean barbecue. We did exactly that. Everyone else had McDonald's and got groomed on Roblox. It says played Roblox, but I'm only just assuming because it's Roblox. I get home and he's fuming, saying that I owe everyone an apology. I refused. I said I had zero remorse. It seemed like everyone was happy but him, and went to bed. I slept perfectly fine. He's still mad. So am I the asshole for taking my daughter out for a dinner and leaving everyone else to do their thing? I don't think the restaurant makes you the asshole. I think the way you went about it. So makes you the asshole. The way you decided to storm out at the restaurant and bring everyone into the van. The fact that, regardless of how he acted when he got to the restaurant, which, by the way, remember, we're hearing one person's side of this story. There's a chance the husband made one comment about it and she made it seem like it was a huge ordeal. But the fact that your husband just said, hey, how about we do something as a family, and you shot him down because he wanted to, partake in you and your daughter's interests and maybe bond over something with you, that does kind of make you the dick. I know I'm in the minority on this one. You're kind of the asshole here. In a weird way. Not totally. Not as bad as some of the ones we've had on this show, but you are kind of at fault here. Also, it does sound like a nightmare taking kids, like young kids, to a Korean restaurant. That sounds like hell. Kids don't want to eat that shit. The husband was wrong in thinking that his kids were going to want to eat that shit. I think his intentions were good, and my guess is you're probably embellishing on the details a little bit here. But I don't think that he was too. What do you think about this? What's your thought on this?
I'm a little biased because there was one person that came to my mind reading this story.
Yeah.
It was my own mother.
Why? What would she do?
She would do that exact same thing. She would storm out of the restaurant.
Mm. Good thing she doesn't listen to this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, look. Yeah, the storming out was way too far. You can have the conversation when you get home or whatever, but to make a big deal out of it, so what? He's grumbling about the price. Say, hey, honey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We'll complain it. We'll argue about it when we get home. You'll throw your fist through the drywall and go out and stay at a motel for the night, and I'll go stay at my sister's. But we'll argue about it when we get home, okay? We're not going to do this in front of the Mexican guy making us Korean food. It's not going to happen tonight, okay?
Honestly, I would have preferred getting the McDonald's and going home and playing a game.
I know you would.
Not Roblox, but...
I know you would. Well, so here's the thing. If it was just the mom and daughter out, and they wanted to stop at the Korean, that would be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. And she called the husband, said, hey, figure out what you guys are doing for dinner. I wouldn't have a problem with that. It was the fact they were all out, and she decided she wanted to make things more difficult. Say, oh, you guys go over here and do this and that. And no. How about you sit down and you eat as a family? Because based on what you described happened afterwards, my guess is you guys don't get a whole lot of family time, considering everyone got McDonald's, went to their own little corner, and played Roblox. My guess is you could probably use some time together. That's half of what's wrong with this country, is people don't do that. You don't have a father in the home in half of these homes, and then in the other half, nobody talks to each other. They all just sit on their damn phones and play that. God, I sound old. But it's true. Last one. My wife hit me today, and I don't know how to respond. I don't know. How about with a counterpunch? Me, 30 female, my wife, 27, or me, 30 male. It would make more sense if they were lesbians. I guess I was just kind of assuming. Me, 30 male, my wife, 27 females, never laid her hands on me or treated me unkindly before. We have a wonderful relationship. She is a stay-at-home mom and is a great mother. I recently got us in some debt, and I didn't tell her until she got an email that our bank account was overdrawn by a large number. That's my fuck up. I own it. Do we find out what caused the debt? What he was spending? Perfect. I was outside mowing the lawn when she found out, and she came out and asked me about it. Told her I was trying to pay it off before she found out, was unsuccessful. She waited until I was done talking and slapped me as hard as she could and told me if I ever did anything, ever did it again, she would leave and take our child because she will not be in a marriage where her husband keeps things from her. This is my one warning. I was and am stunned. She has never raised a hand to anyone, and I just don't know how to respond. And I feel like I can't tell anyone, so I'm telling Reddit. It says, what is it that put you in debt? Why did you leave it out? And he's... I gambled away our savings. I thought it was going to be like OnlyFans or webcam or some shit like that. Just straight to the gambling. Oh my God. Well, you're a douche. You're a dick. You're an idiot. That doesn't mean she can put her hands on you. Like, I'm dead serious. Jokes aside, she can't put her hands on you. Because if a man found out that his wife put him in like 20 grand in credit card debt out shopping, it would be wrong for him to put it. He could be mad. That's called financial infidelity. It's a real thing. He could be mad, but you don't get to put your hands on somebody. That's a two-way street. With that said, here's how you fix this. You ready? You ready for Dr. Caleb to mend the solution here? Here's how you fix, seriously. If you're a couple, listening to this show right now, and one of your partner has a spending problem, and you know it, here's what you do. This is real simple. You take all their cards and you cut them up. I don't care if they're asleep. I don't care if you do it in front of them. You cut all their cards up. The next thing you do is you go to the bank with them, and you set up an account elsewhere, a new bank account where all your money is going to come to. And they don't get a card. They get a cash allowance. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you want to save your marriage and not go bankrupt and not pull your hair out every day, that's how you do it. You say, you have proven to me that you are a child with money. You cannot be trusted with it. Yes, it is unfortunate that this is what it has come to, but I will not risk my family's financial stability because you don't know when to tell yourself no. And I don't care if they're a gambler, if they're shopping, if it's bars and restaurants, whatever. The answer is no. Okay? The answer is no. Now, fellas, if you have a problem with, ladies, tune out right here. Tune out. Women, you don't get to listen to this part. Men, if you've got a problem when it comes to buying firearms, You just can't stop buying firearms. My grandpa taught me an old trick a long time ago, which was I remember one time we came home. He had just bought a gun. It was an AR-15. And we came home, and my grandma goes, you know, he had it out, and he was taking it apart and looking at it and stuff. And my grandma comes out and goes, "Oh, how much did that cost?" And he looked her right in the eye and said, "I've had this for 3 years." Moved on. That's the move. Repeat after me. I've had this for years. 5 words. I've had this for years. It will immediately shoot down any suspicion that women have about our hobby purchases. Now, okay, women, you can tune back in. Women, ladies, you've got to stop spending so much money on shit you don't need. The extra shoes, the clothes, the shopping sprees, the restaurants, it's got to stop. You guys have got to calm down. Okay, ladies, tune back out. Men, have a separate make sure she doesn't need to know the combination to the big gun safe. She just needs to be able to get in. If there's a handgun, just her handgun by the bedside. That's the only one she needs so she can defend herself. She doesn't need the big one. She doesn't need to know how many you own. All right? Okay, tune back in, ladies. Ladies, you need to give your husband a walkthrough of your walk-in closet. Let him take an inventory of the shoes, of the dresses, of all the tops and skirts and whatnot. Let him take an inventory and make sure you show him the receipts so he's at least got a decent idea of how much. I can't get over the lasers going through my soul right now. I'm pretending not to look. Let him at least have an idea of how much money you have wasted with your irresponsible shopping habits while he's just out there trying to provide for your family. Would you like to add anything? No? What is the look for? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on here. Nothing you want to add here?
No, nothing I want to add.
Nothing you want to add?
No.
Well, I wasn't talking about you.
I don't have a walk-in closet.
That's a lie. No, you want to know what the truth is? Is I don't have a walk-in closet. I have one in my bedroom, but I've never been in it. I don't know what's in it. For it could be fucking Narnia in there for all I know. I have a walk-in closet. I've never been in it. You guys think I'm joking. I have not set foot in the walk-in closet in my house.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
The pipes.
Oh, yes. The one time I have been in there one time when it was 30 below zero out and I had to remove a piece of drywall so I could hit it. I could hit the pipe with a space heater so that it didn't burst. Yes, that is the one time. I stand corrected. And I think there were like arms reaching out and trying to pull me into the clothes while I was in there because there were so many of them. Yes. Ladies, let your man take inventory of what you own. If he tells you, hey, maybe some of this needs to go to Goodwill, maybe some clothing drives at your local church or charities or something like that, he only has your best interest at heart. Okay? Okay? Ladies, tune back. No, I'm kidding. We're done doing that. That has been our show. We will see you guys on Saturday. I'll be here on Saturday. Mia will be off that day, and then it'll be back to your regularly scheduled programming. We did have a show that aired on Saturday a couple of days ago. It wasn't your normal show, but it was an interview I did a long time ago with John McAfee. That's right, that John McAfee. I was the last person to interview him before he was arrested by the Spanish police, imprisoned, and then, if you believe the official story, committed suicide. But if you believe his wife and a lot of the details, got whacked in prison. I was the last guy to interview him. Go back and watch it. It's a good time. That's been our show. We'll see you Saturday. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse, and stay based.